because your whole arm is really playing the piano, not just the ends of your fingers.
So like that?
Mm-hmm. See, let's do a few together. You do it with me. And hold, 2. Let's do 2 beats on each one. Hold, and again. Good, very good. Now the interesting thing about the first piece is it's going to be on the black notes. They're actually showing you where you're going to play, but we don't know yet. Because what we want to do is we're going to use finger number 2 for the right hand and finger number 2 for the left, which means, watch. 2 is going to be here and the other 2 is going to be here. That's exactly what it is. They really should write it, shouldn't they? Let's do it. Put 2 here for the left hand, under L for the left hand, add 2 for the right hand. Good. I mean, that's a good idea. I like that you're doing that. Know why? Because by playing the notes together, you get a sense of how your hands feel and look. Like all of your fingers are draped around the fingers you're using. So you know what it is? It's a family of fingers. When we play piano, we think of the whole family of fingers when we play any notes. Why? Because they're going to be needing to be used, those other members of the family, right? Mm-hmm. So now, when you see this, remember it was get, or the. They're telling you when you make music and melody that comes together with rhythm, that your right hand is going to start and then your left hand is going to continue like this. You see the 2 notes? So let me show you. Let me show you. Get aboard. Guess what happens now? We're going higher because the music is going to the next group. See? And we're doing the same 2 notes like this. See that? How many groups do you see of 4 notes? You see 4 groups. This is the 4th group. See? Now notice how like my arms are like ballerina arms, are they not? See? I get right over the note and I very floatingly play the notes. Try to connect them. Now if I were sitting where you are, you know what I'd have to do? Lean a little over. Because we talked about that today, that before we start, that since you're in the middle of the bench, and I'll get up and you'll see that you'll be in the middle, you will need to do a little bit of leaning, like I would, and then when you're here, you're right in front of it. If you're going lower for the next piece, which we'll do next, you'll be leaning that way, and then if you start again, what will happen? You'll be back in the middle. Do you move on the bench now?
No.
No. Okay, so that we're going to get back to the middle of the bench. I think you should be a little bit forward. I think, yeah, come closer to me though. Closer. Yeah, now a little bit that way. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yep. And yes, you should scoot down more to here like we did when we started. That's right. Now I want you to set up finger number 2 of each hand over the 2 notes. Okay, now I'd like you to play more toward the ends of these notes, okay? Instead of drifting all the way over here. Okay. Can you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, now play them together with me. A few times. Relax your wrist. Relax your wrist. Ah, that's so much better because when you relax your wrist, you're not going to sound like you're falling down like a pencil. Mm-hmm. Your fingers are not pencils, right? Okay, now we have to have a very steady beat. Why? Because when you first clapped, you did a really good steady beat. So now the notes have to flow out of the beat. I'm going to give you 4 counts, and then we're going to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with your right hand. Yeah, so which is your right hand?
Oh.
Yeah, right. Now you don't want to start scooting over here. You want to stay right here. Okay? Can you imagine that you're playing? See how that is so even and nice rhythmic flow? Okay, I'm going to give you 4 counts. Why do I give you 4 counts? What does that tell you? It tells you the tempo. The word tempo is how quickly the piece goes and how steady the quarters go. So you have to know your tempo. So I'll give you 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. Aboard. Very nice. Now you have to go to the next group. Good. nice, very nice. Now you're back to the middle. Now I'm going to come next to you and play a duet part with you and make it sound so nice. It'll have harmony. You know what harmony is? When you play more than one line, and the teacher plays another line, or more than one, you get beautiful, lush harmonies, and it really makes it sound nice. A little bit of pedal, some of the notes to make them a little warmer. But we're not going to be using pedal on yours because it'll get too drowny right now. We want it very kind of floating, each note very clear. Okay?
I thought that the pedals made it longer and shorter.
Well, listen what it does. Here's without the pedal. The different
I
sound.
like it with the pedal.
Right, right. Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 counts. Why is the 4 counts important to me as well? You know why it's important to the person playing with you? So that both of you are playing the same steady beat. Otherwise, what happens? The teacher part goes off one way, the student part goes off another, so we can't do it what? Together. Okay, so we're going to give you 4 counts, and remember, you're moving in groups of 4 notes, and you're leaning all the way over, and that's where you end it. And then you come back, and you're gracefully centered right where you were. You never left the bench. You never traveled over here or there.
I never went like this.
Exactly.
Like this.
Okay, so you're in the middle now? Okay, I'm going to give you 4 counts, and we're going to start together. So which hand starts? Which finger number 2 starts?
Right.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aboard the jump. That was really great. I really enjoyed that. How about you? Did you like that? Now, you know, we could talk about playing loud and playing soft and playing in between, because that's another part of piano playing. Because, you know, when you hear songs, sometimes you hear songs that are very soft, right? And then you hear songs like marches that are very big sounding. And I think one interesting thing we could try with this today is playing it kind of bigger the first time we do it. And the second time, see if we can play it the same steady beat, but play it what? Softer. Can we try that? What do you think you have to do to play softer?
Try it. Key lighter.
I think so. So, you know, I would like you to do this piece bigger by yourself, and then I want you to come around and do it in a whisper. Okay. Can we try that? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. How about bigger? Make it nice and smooth. Next one. Up we're climbing higher, higher. Very nice. I love your steady beat. It's really nice. Now I want you to play it whispered, but I want to hear all the notes, and I still want to hear your beautiful steady beat. So I'm going to give you 4 counts. 1, 2, soft. Now. Keep your wrist flowing. Good. Bigger, lighter, steady, climbing higher, higher. I love the way your wrists are moving. They're so, you know, flexible. That's a big word, isn't it? What does flexible mean? It's not
It means like you're able
fluid.
to
Fluid. Yeah, you look, you can do all kinds of things with your wrists. That's so important to piano playing. Okay, so this time when we do it, we'll do it big. But you know what? Even though we do it big, you have a singing tone, don't you? Because we want to play the piano like it's a singing instrument, don't we? We don't want it to be this mechanical thing with the hammers hitting the strings, like hammer, 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 right?
Yeah.
We don't want pencil point fingers. So we're going to start right away to imagine a beautiful sound. Like, boy, when I look out there, I'm already imagining all those trees in the wind and the rain. They're just so free, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's why you have to play the piano too. So you're back to the middle as much as you can. I must say, when you play duets, you know what happens?
What?
Usually, when people play what's called duet recital, You know, they're famous composers.
Two pianos.
Yeah, no, one piano. It's called four-hand piano. Four-hand. Sometimes there is two pianos, but guess what? What we're doing is four hands at one piano. That's what it's called. And usually what we do is we split the bench in half, but I'm trying not to do that because I want you to learn to be in the middle right now, okay? So we're going to do this 2 times, first with a big singing tone, and the second time with what? A soft singing tone. And each time I'm going to give you how many counts before you start?
4.
Are they going to be steady beats?
Yeah.
And when I'm not here, are you going to imagine 4 steady beats when you practice? Good. Okay, are you going to prepare your fingers before you start? I think so. Are you going to keep your feet quiet? Because know why? Because if feet are going, guess what?
You
can't direct your energy, all your wonderful, complete energy into playing beautifully. Okay, so we're going to get ready with 4 counts. 1, 2, big play. Get up for the bigger liner, up we're climbing higher, higher. I love to sing. Do you ever sing a lot? Singing is very important. You know why? It helps you to shape the music when you sing it. Of course, you'd always want to sing over your playing. When you're first learning, it's an important thing to sing. Okay, now we're going to do the whisper. Okay, so you're going to prepare. 1, 2, soft now. Nice. And another thing, by the way, is when you end that piece and you did the last note, do you think it's a good idea to go like this with one hand in your lap? The last note. Yeah, I'll make believe it's the last note. Look what I would do. I want to hold my listeners. I want to keep them riveted. That's a fancy word. What do you think riveted means?
Like keep them paying attention.
Yes. At the very last note, let's say I'm upstairs. What I do? What do you see? Is my hand in my lap? Is this hand in my lap? No. I stay right there. And I wait to the very last vibration of the last note. That's what I want you to do. Develop your ears that way. Okay.